I'm Victoria, and this is how to meal plan in 2022. In a short amount of time, you can figure out the whole week's plan without a lot of stress or hassle. I'm a full-time business person and entrepreneur, and I know how frustrating it can be when you have a late night meeting and you realize you don't know what you're making for dinner or how you're even going to squeeze it in. As someone who works from home, as a business owner, and wants to keep things very manageable, and I appreciate things like ease in my life, I want to have lots of flexibility, it just mentally makes my week a lot better if I take that little bit of time and plan everything out. A lot of videos on meal planning either give you a pre-made plan or they talk about meal planners, which are basically just a calendar that says breakfast, lunch, and dinner on it. And I really want to give you a structure of how you can take that thought process and create a meal plan on your own. And the best part is this can utilize a lot of things that you already have on hand, and you don't need any fancy apps. You actually just need a piece of paper. So this will really save you that mental headache throughout the week of every day having to have in the back of your mind, like, what am I making for dinner that night? You can also use the same thought process for other meals, breakfast, lunch. I will talk about it as we kind of go through, but actually let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is get out a clean sheet of paper. You can hold it in portrait. I usually hold mine in portrait. You can do it in landscape though as well. And what we're going to do is we're just going to divide it into 4 equal sections. So this first section up here is going to be what we have on hand. The second section is going to be things we need to buy. Third section here is going to be meal ideas. And then this is going to be the final plan. So we can even do here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you wanted to break this down into breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you could do that even just in this section. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and put them in different rows. So the first section is what is on hand. So go through your pantry, go through your fridge, your freezer, and determine, are there things in there that you can already use? So like your staples, your pasta, your rice, your potatoes, and is there some maybe meat in the freezer that you need to use up? So what are the things you already have on hand that you can use? So let's say I decide that I already have, I always have rice, pasta. I have some chicken in the freezer I need to use up. I have some ground turkey. I have sauces. I have pasta sauce. Maybe we have some, mac and cheese. There's always mac and cheese in my pantry. So this is really just where you brainstorm all of the things that you already have on hand, especially things that you want to use up. This is especially great if you're on a budget because you already know the things that you have on hand and you don't wind up buying additional ingredients when you already have sliced potatoes in your cupboard. Now the next section here is what we need to buy. So the buy and the meal ideas kind of go hand in hand. So what I usually do here is this is where I list things that I need to buy for the grocery store. There might be things in your mind that you already know, like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy chicken. But as you're brainstorming your meal ideas and you realize you need an ingredient to make that, it goes onto the list of things you need to buy. All of this really works together. As far as meal ideas, this is a great time to pull out your Pinterest board and decide, oh yeah, I have all of these great recipes that I've been wanting to make. Do I have some of the ingredients on hand, or do I want to make these now? And what ingredients do I need? And then those go on the things to buy list. This is also a great time to pull out a circular for your local grocery store. So if you're someone who wants to shop to what's on sale, you can pull that out and go, oh yeah, you know what? Pork chops are on sale this week. I can make some like shake and bake pork chops. So we're going to do pork chops. And then as you're writing down the pork chops, like, oh, well, what am I going to make with pork chops? You might think to yourself, and then you can reference back to what is on hand. So, okay, well, pork chops, can I make rice with pork chops? Yeah, rice and pork chops sounds great. But then maybe you realize, oh, you know what? I need a vegetable. I want to buy some green beans. So I need to buy some green beans because I need those to make my shake and bake pork chops. Or maybe you're going through your Pinterest board and you think, oh, you know what? I have a great recipe on here for honey teriyaki chicken. I definitely want to make that. I have the chicken, I have the teriyaki sauce, but oh, you know what I don't have is honey. And that's going to go down on our meal plan list. So we know that we need to buy the honey, and one of our meal ideas is going to be honey teriyaki chicken. So really, this is all just brain dumping everything until we get that finalized plan. You don't have to do anything in a particular order other than do like what you have on hand first. Because, for example, I know Tuesdays at my house is always Taco Tuesday. So as long as I have Taco Tuesday on here, I know I have ground turkey, so I can make that into taco meat. I know I have the taco seasoning, and then I can just go through, okay, do I have lettuce, tomato, taco shells, etc., and then add that onto the list. In my house, Friday is usually takeout Friday, so I don't have to worry about planning anything. But I know, like today, for example, I have a meeting on Monday. So that meeting is at 7:30 at night. So I probably won't want to spend a lot of time making dinner. So that might be a day that I want to do something easy. Maybe I would just want to make fish sticks and mac and cheese that day. So let's say Monday we're doing fish sticks and mac and cheese. I have terrible handwriting, but you can just make out what I'm saying. So I have mac and cheese already, but I need to get fish sticks. And another thing you can do is I find it helpful sometimes to just think first of my protein and then compile the starch and the vegetable from there. So maybe I want to just make myself a note like I should do a chicken, a turkey, a seafood. I should do a beef. And like maybe as I'm sitting there writing beef, like the thought's going to come in my head, you know what, I haven't made a beef pot roast in a while. Maybe I want to do pot roast and potatoes, and I can check that circular and go, oh yeah, pot roast is on sale this week. That sounds great. And I actually order through the Walmart app. So I can just, as I'm doing this, even add things onto my grocery list for my next order so that I don't forget them. There's a couple of things that maybe I don't buy there. For example, for some reason, the only place around here I can find good pork ribs for this one really good crock pot pork recipe I have is at Aldi. So turkey, I also have a turkey breast in the freezer, so we could do turkey dinner. I could do a pasta night. I think I have meatballs, so I could do spaghetti. And meatballs. I don't have seafood on here. You know what? I don't have any. I really want to make shrimp stir fry. But I need shrimp and I need stir fry veggies. So if you're someone who likes to go to the store in person, you can actually just rip off this section, then put all the things that you need on the things to buy, and then take that with you. You know, my kid loves stovetop meatloaf, so I might write on here stovetop meatloaf. I'd need to buy ground beef, though, if I decide to do that. But let's see. Okay, you know what? Wednesday I'll make her stovetop meatloaf. It's super easy. You basically take stovetop stuffing and ground beef and make it into a meatloaf. So I'll need to buy ground beef. Maybe I want to do the pot roast here. And then I'll need to buy potatoes. And I'll need to buy carrots. That honey teriyaki chicken, I can do that on Thursday. And then Saturday can be our pork chop night. So we have pot roast, we have fish sticks and mac and cheese, Taco Tuesday, stovetop meatloaf. Ooh, I need a veggie for that too. Let's do broccoli this night. I have frozen broccoli in the freezer. So I got my stovetop meatloaf, honey teriyaki chicken. We're going to do that with rice. We have takeout Friday, pork chops and asparagus. So now I've used a lot of the things I already have on hand. I have a list of things I need to buy. I have some meal ideas. If one of these doesn't pan out, I even might have some backup ideas. And then I have my final plan, my whole week planned out of all of my dinners. I just have a folder then that I store them all in, but if you want to finalize it, count out your calories, put it in a meal planner with all of your different allocations of things, you can do that as well. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me if you want some more tips on how to make your work from home life a lot easier.